So it's been a long time, and I mean years, literally years, since I've done a Q&A with a special guest. Usually I just do them on my own and, answer y'all's questions. But today I thought it'd be fun to bring somebody else on to kind of chit chat and have a discussion with about some of these questions that I have asked over on the Twitter machine, twitter.com/EmperorBigD. And we do have questions here. And just to let everybody know, I have skimmed the questions, and these are not all questions for kids. All right, so this is going to be an adult-only Q&A. We have some dirty questions, and I figured I'd bring along a very dirty person to do these questions with. So the 4-inch king is here, MJ.
What's going on, man? And it's been a minute since we've done a Q&A, especially one with some of the questions that you've mentioned. So,
Yeah, we have some really interesting questions here we're going to get to. Not all of them are about Dragon Ball, but we will answer as many Dragon Ball questions as we can as we go through. So, let's go ahead and pick it up right now. Okay, so Led, our boy Led, laying the lead pipe on a mysterious British woman. We are going to reveal all that on here, bro. She ain't that mysterious. He asked, do you like pie? Well, I know you like pie and tea and crumpets, but I do like pie. Now, what kind of pie do you like?
I like banana cream pie. And that's an inside joke.
Yeah,
so.
I do get that. I get that. Oh, I get it, bro. The piping hot, too, bro. So
already, man, I don't know if I can handle this, bro.
No, like I said, this is not for children. All right, so but then again, nobody gets that joke except for me, you, and 2 other people, or 3 other people, or 5 other people. I don't know. All right, Mace, one of our favorites, says, "Yo, when Santa Claus busts a nut in his spare time in that below zero weather, does he nut icicles?" I assume that the nut freezes up in his nuts before he can actually nut. Do you have any other response to Mace, bro?
I'm just saying, dog, if he nuts out the icicle, like, that's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying?
That could
like,
hurt. That could cause injury, yes.
I don't know, bro, but yeah, I guess so.
And the question is, if the sperm is frozen, will it survive? Can that Dragon Ball science guy, that nerd, can he give me a response on that? Leave a comment down below, Dragon Ball science guy, and let me know. So Donald J. Trump parody account, Geekor, I've seen this dude around, but anyways, he writes, "Can you make an interview with Dragon Ball AF creator Tablos? Maybe, if enough people want it." Mitch Wilkerson says, "We all know Dragon Ball Super's coming back. Do you think it would be a good idea to repeat the Broly movie like they did Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, or just go straight into the Galactic Patrol Moro arc?" I don't want any more movie retellings. You?
I don't want them either, to be honest.
Nope. Even though there's probably stuff in that Toriyama script they could use.
The longer script, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it. Firium Knight says, "When are we getting a reflection video on Pokemon Gen 7 on your second channel? Been looking forward to that one for a while now." I don't know. Whenever I do it, I haven't thought about it. Ken Zyro says, "Where do you rank the Moro arc so far, and what are your expectations from it in the future?" As far as rank, like compared to what? All of Dragon Ball, just the manga? I mean, it's the best Dragon Ball Super manga arc. I expect it to probably fall off a cliff, but I hope not. What do you think?
I would just hope that they actually establish and use what they're building up. I don't want Vegeta to get cucked, with his new ability right off the bat, even though that possibly could happen. I just hope that it doesn't fall off the cliff, like you said. But as far as ranking it, I mean, it's good for super standards, but compared to early Dragon Ball and early Z, it's still kind of mid.
Yeah.
To quote BG.
It's just very, I don't know who that is, bro, but it's just very, it's just, sounds like somebody who doesn't want to do YouTube, they don't want to upload and make excuses about it, but,
anyways, and not play Dragon Quest.
Which is really the problem, bro. Or finish Jew Ranger. All right.
I'm about to get you mad now.
Bro, this entire Q&A is going to be all inside jokes. I don't care. I'm sure they'll get it. Hopefully.
Oh, real quick, just so you guys know, as of this recording, my time, it's 2:00 in the morning, and I was editing a video for the Geek 101 channel, which will be coming out soon. The video that Danny has been teasing for months now, which is the Gohan video. I was working on that, and This guy calls me and says, "Yo, let's do a Q&A, man." I'm like, oh, "Okay, let's do it." Right? This is it, bro. I'm happy, bro. I'm having a good time already.
No, we're having a good time. I thought you were talking about BG, how BG will sit there and say he doesn't have time to upload, but then he'll ask him literally 10 minutes ago, you got any manga recommendations? So you're looking to read more manga, right? And looking to do other things except for upload, but then you'll say that you're too busy to upload. I'm sorry, bro, but I don't. You know how I get, bro. All right.
Oh,
No
man.
excuses, dude. No excuses. All right. So Christmas Eve, Rex, if you could ask Akira one thing, what would it be? I would ask him to tap people, not call him Akira, because they don't know the motherfucker. All right. His name is Akira Toriyama. But no, if I could ask him one thing, it would be, how do I cheat on my taxes and get away with it like you did? That'd be the one question I would ask him. He's the man, bro. Yeah, stick it to the man, Toriyama. What would you ask him, bro? I know what you would ask him. Higher or lower? 4 inches, higher or lower? That'd be your question, right? You want to exert your dominance over him like another friend of ours said once.
The whole Akira thing reminds me of wrestling fans when they would call CM Punk Phil.
Yeah.
Man, Phil, I can't believe he did that. Like, you don't know the man.
Know the guy, bro. Yeah. So what would you ask Akira Toriyama?
I would probably ask him what you said. No, you know what, bro? I would ask him, does he know what it means, bro? 9 inches limp, 4 inches hard. Think about it.
He's gonna look at you with that dumbass face he makes that when he's always laughing.
Right.
And then inside parentheses, laughs.
Laughs. Right.
All right, so Naruto Super Sage says, what would you do with Goten and Trunks in terms of writing? What would you do?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 on this Q&A. I've never actually been a fan of those two characters. Even in the Boo arc, I wasn't that much of a fan of them.
Right.
I like the fight. Don't get me wrong. The fight was cool with them in the tournament, but I just wasn't ever really a huge fan of them. And as far as writing them in Super in the future, I'd probably just write them to the point to where they're older. I feel like the whole kid gimmick worked best in Dragon Ball with Goku, and to some extent Gohan in early Z, but as where we're at right now in the story, and the same goes for GT with Pan, I feel like where we're at now in the story, just write them to be older, you know?
I actually like what GT did with them. I like Goten being this horny kind of playboy, and I like Trunks being this sort of kid who's going to take over Capsule Corp when, eventually. So I think it would be great if we saw, I actually like that direction for the characters. I think it would be great if we actually saw episodes with Trunks learning how to be a CEO and whatnot. That could be really fun. And Goten trying to get dates like that. I like that idea, and I think it could work.
I think the fandom just really wants to see these guys age, like,
I do. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so Sosa, power scaling question here. I'm glad you're here. Moro versus Jiren, 100% for the kill from the start. Initial prediction. So no holding back here. For the kill, who wins? Jiren versus or Moro?
Jiren.
You think Jiren's gonna go right in, just freaking bend him over and like a circus seal?
Clap them cheeks.
Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, you and I had a talk about this. We did a video talking about Gohan versus Moro, and in that video, I mentioned how Moro, physically anyways, should be around God tier characters. Maybe you can wank him to blue level. Possibly now he's stronger because of the energy he's been absorbing.
No, now he's definitely like
really now he's stronger. But right off the bat, if Jiren knows that he's a threat, no holds barred, and there ain't no restrictions, Jiren can kill. Then
that's it, bro.
Yeah, I would say he would do what he did to Hit and Kel. Just jump in there, one hit, boom, it's over. You know?
Yeah, I would enjoy seeing that. All right, William Lucero. I hope I didn't butcher your name. Maybe you can do a speak to him on this sometime. But how can you get out of debt and manage your finances? I asked if you were nearly homeless at one point. No, not nearly homeless. I was homeless, dog, all the way at one point in your life. And now you own your own home. How did you get out of this hole you were in? Well, that's a long story that I can't really talk about here because we don't have time. Because that's a long story. I actually already did somewhat of a speak to him on this in New Year's. I want to say a couple years ago. I don't remember exactly when, and I forget if it's on Geekdom or World of Geekdom, but that's a long story. But basically, I had to claw my way out like fucking Batman did in The Dark Knight Rises, brought out of the pit. That's what I had to do, bro. Except it was the pit of life. But again, that's a very long question. I did cover that before, though, on Speakdoms. Maybe I'll do another one going into detail about that. But I would recommend you get a book called The Total Money Makeover. That really, really helps for getting out of debt. Xavier Stewart says, or is it Javier? Do you think they'll ever do a reboot on BoJack in the future? Because now looking back at DBZ film number 9, I love that he called it that. I think the Hera race is a bit interesting. The Hera race? I've never heard that before. And what were your first thoughts on the designs of BoJack, Zanya, and the henchmen? I like Zanya the most. Their designs are fine, but BoJack's just a boring ass dude. If they reboot him, they have to do something interesting. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think they can somewhat make him interesting. I think one of the things with GT and with Super is that there's a lot of very good and interesting ideas. It's just the execution is always what cripples them.
Cripples them, yeah.
So
Except
I
with
feel
Broly.
like
With Broly, it works.
except for Broly, but I feel like if they can give BoJack an interesting story, I'd be down to see it. I mean, Gohan ain't gonna be the main character though, probably not.
Oh,
So.
I don't think so. Sorry to all those complaining.
I love you, Kagari.
I love her too, bro. What do you think about the designs of BoJack and the rest of the henchmen? I think they look pretty cool. I think it works for that character.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. I actually was skimming through that film earlier for some Gohan scenes, and look, it's good, bro.
For the video you're doing for me?
Maybe, bro. We'll see. But it looks good, man. I like them. They look pretty cool.
Maybe we'll see. All right. Kai Blood Edge says, which Dragon Quest would you love to see remade or remastered? All of them, but specifically 3. Issa Truth says, what do you think of the movie Drive starring Ryan Gosling and Bryan Cranston? That's an alpha-ass movie, bro. Ryan Gosling proves how alpha he is in that film, bro. But I've
never actually seen that, bro.
Oh, dude, you haven't? It's a vigilante type movie, bro. You'd love it. What have you been doing with yourself?
I don't know, bro. I haven't seen it yet.
You gotta watch that movie with your dad, bro. He'd appreciate it.
All right.
He would appreciate that. By the way, I didn't see it tonight, but did you hear about how Seth Rollins went heel and the Toka and Razor from Turtles 2 are now his henchmen now?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I was passed out, but. All right, Mosey Nahahata. Well, I know that's Mr. Gohan's relative or something. He wrote 3 questions. First of all, you're only allowed 1 question, but let's see if we can get through these quickly. But it's all good. Will you please give us ultimate thoughts, theories on why Frieza came back and Cell isn't mentioned? Because nobody cares about Cell? I don't know. I have no idea. They chose Frieza. Second question, how many years has it been before Oob will arrive in lore? I think he means from what? From Broly? I think 2. And the third question, how do you think King Kai will ever get revived again? Or do you think he'll get revived again? Probably not. What do you think about any of those questions?
I mean, I just guess Frieza's more popular. I assume that's probably why he came back. King Kai, he'll probably just stay dead. I feel like it's a gag at this point.
It is a gag, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Strojam writes, is there anything you wish you had learned long ago so that you have mastered it by now? I know that yours is anal. I know that, but whether it be learning a new language, sport, instrument, drawing, many people pick up new things but drop them due to not being able to put time to get good at it. I always wanted to learn boxing, like professional boxing. I never got around to it, so there you go.
I'm pretty perfect as it is, so I don't know.
That's a good channeling set the programmer there, bro.
Right.
All right, so Kali says, do you think the Moro arc becomes a movie to spring the new Dragon Ball series off, like a reverse Battle of Gods or Rez would work? I don't think it's going to be a movie. I think it'll be a different story in the movie if it is one. The Flash says, if you could be a villain for Dragon Ball, what would be your villain name? I already said this. Jiznak the Gusher. What would be yours?
Mine would be Squirm Eater.
I had a better one for you, bro. I got a better one for you. Your name should be King Crotch Funk, right? And what happens is you're on an island, right? On a big ass throne, and you got like headhunters that work for you and shit, bro. And they call you Captain Crotch Funk because, or King Crotch Funk because when you open your legs like Bacterium, bro, it can knock out anybody, including Beerus. And that's how the arc starts, that when you open up your legs and those sweaty balls come out from all the editing you do, Beerus is out like a skunk, bro.
I remember one time you and I were on call, and it was like 6 in the morning. I was finishing up a video for you. I stood up and I go, "Oh man, that just hit me, man. My balls stink."
Yeah, you stole that from me. 'Cause I've said that a bunch of times.
You started laughing for like 2 minutes straight.
Yeah, I was on medicine at that time, but also I said that first, bro, because my balls were. Oh, that was a bad day, bro. But it was a good day.
Oh.
It was a good day. Allie, one of our favorites, bro, says, "What year did you first start watching anime?" For me, it was technically, if you want to talk about actual anime, it was probably in the late '80s, early '90s. But I didn't know it was anime at the time. I just knew it was a cartoon. Couldn't tell the difference. But actually being a fan of anime, I would say like probably Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, Pokemon era, like mid '90s. What about you?
I think the first time I watched anime was 1966. First episode of Flintstones.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought you were gonna tell me
Uh,
Astro Boy, bro. And then Tengen asked, "Why are you gay?" Well, because your dad made me like this, bro. So blame him. And then Keelan said, "Why do you like me and my ways?" No, first of all, I don't like you, and I don't like your ways because you're a criminal with a very bad criminal record, bro. And I don't. I like how our friends have to jump into this thing, bro. All right, here's one. Okay, here's. Oh boy. All right, let's take it easy on him. Okay. He wants to know who would win between Gogeta from Dragon Ball Z Movie 12 and Goku Black. Now, I know what you're thinking, and I know you know that I know what you're thinking, and I know that you know that I know what you're thinking. So what's your answer for that? Gogeta from Dragon Ball Z Movie 12 against Goku Black.
Goku wins.
Okay, let's just move on. What is the greatest Christmas present you ever got? This Q&A. Probably my Super Nintendo in 1990. What was yours, bro, when you found out that you weren't adopted?
No, I think mine was my 2018 Geekdom 101 Christmas bonus. I think that was probably mine.
Well, your 2019 one might be even better, bro, if you get that video done in time. So... All right. Brian OTN says, when you talk about forgiving people and moving on, what does that mean to you? Does it mean not holding grudges or just burying old beef? Well, both. A lot of very personal stuff gets laid out on the table sometimes, and I find it hard to just forgive when people besides myself are hurt. Well, nobody's making you forgive. You don't have to forgive. I just feel like there's no point in holding on to that anger and having it affect your life, you know what I mean? Or having you think a negative opinion about somebody else, because human beings are both good and bad. So you don't have to forgive if you don't want to. I just personally feel like forgiving and moving on is something I do because I just don't want negativity in my life. What do you think about that?
I just feel like life is too short, to carry any sort of baggage, Yeah.
You know
my
about
dick is also
short.
short.
Yeah. Well, so is mine, bro. So it's all good.
Well,
but see, the difference is that I'm pretty much like 6 foot. So my little ass dick looks way smaller than yours because you're like 4 foot. So you have a 4-inch cock. It actually looks bigger proportionate to your body. But for me, brother, like I'm carrying a fucking pea shooter, like the farmer from a shotgun said.
Well, first of all, I'm 5'6", but yeah. My balls are really big.
Oh, that makes it look even smaller, bro.
Yeah, it makes it look even smaller. So yeah, it evens out, bro.
That's why your balls smell so much. You're always peeing on them. Makes sense now. What are some other anime manga that you like outside of Dragon Ball, and do you think you'll ever do videos about them? Well, I have done videos about them. If you go to the playlist called Anime, you'll hear me talk about a number of anime that I like, but I haven't talked about all of them yet. I never talked about Yu Yu Hakusho. I never talked about Ranma, which I love. I never talked about Evangelion. So there are a few I have not talked about, but I do have some in that playlist as well. So that's what I like. I like Fushigi Yugi as well. But again, I've said this before. I'm not a big anime fan, and you're not gonna make me into one. Like I like anime. I do like anime, but I'm not like a hardcore fan who watches everything. That's just not me. Like I watch a handful of series that I like. So, what about you?
Uh,
Well,
My
you
Hero,
yeah, you watch a
One
lot.
Piece. Well, not that much, bro. I'm very casual compared to, let's say, PG anime.
BG, I knew you were gonna say it, bro. He loves manga so much, but he won't ever upload.
Right.
What are your top 10 favorite games from this past decade that you would consider game of the year material? That's way too much for me to do in this Q&A right now. Some of the ones off the top of my head: Dragon Quest 8, Dragon Quest 11, Dragon Quest Heroes, Dragon Quest Heroes 2, and GTA San Andreas, I think is one. Shadow of the Colossus. What else? Was that wait, hold on. Shadow of the Colossus was before this decade. Okay, so this
Was it?
decade, yeah, it was like 2005, so it's like 15 years ago.
Okay.
I'm wrong on that. And I think Dragon Quest 8 might have been too, but the remake is not. So I don't know. Actually, San Andreas is also. So I would say GTA 5. What other games do I like? I don't know. What do you think?
Trying to think. I'm not that much of a gamer, but The Last of Us, I'd probably put up there. GTA 5. Of this decade? Huh.
That's a lot, dude. I have to go back and think about that. So SS,
I'm off of my years too, because now we're 2020, right? So like
yeah,
decade,
from
yeah. I don't
2010
know.
and up, bro. Call of Duty Black Ops would be in there. I think. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2. So SS Jerry says if you don't see Dragon Ball Evolution as an adaptation at all and see it as it is, I guess, what would you rate it 1 out of 10? It's not a very good movie even if you take the Dragon Ball part out. I give it like a 3 or a 4. It's just not that good of a movie even without the Dragon Ball stuff. What about you?
Mm, yeah, probably like a 4. It's below average.
Favorite
So.
season of Power Rangers? Did you watch this show?
Of Power Rangers
That's what he's asking. Yeah, from every era.
from
Saban.
every era.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I've never seen any of the Neo Saban stuff, so I can't comment on it. But what have you? What have you watched?
I've watched Power Rangers, dog, but it was like very casual. Like I don't think I remember like the name of the seasons or even the name of villains or characters. I watched it casually though.
Right. I
So.
would say Time Force and In Space are my favorites, and season one.
Oh yeah, I remember In Space. Yeah, yeah.
In Space.
Obviously, yeah.
If you
So.
could pick one character out of the Z Fighters to get more screen time, who would it be and why? We already got more of Roshi. That would have been my pick. Maybe Piccolo, but does he really need more screen time? Who do you think? Gohan? Don't say Gohan.
I was actually gonna say a character that you recently talked about on the channel. That is Lunch. I feel like it's very weird that we haven't seen her in Super. And you brought up a point about how we've seen a Raleigh, but not her when she was like a main character in OG Dragon Ball.
Well,
It's
also,
like
does she count as a Z fighter though? You know.
I guess not, because that's kind of the Dragon Team is post Dragon Ball. So I guess yeah, maybe Piccolo or Krillin. I feel like you could use Krillin a lot, but
Yeah, and maybe I was gonna say we were 17, but he already got some shine too, so that would be it. Alfonso says, "Do you think DBS will get to the point where the most powerful fighters, Goku, Vegeta, Jiren, Broly, for example, have to join and fight an enemy?" I certainly hope so, because it's this whole one-on-one thing's getting kind of played out. I want an actual serious threat to come along. What do you think?
yeah, I feel like that could happen. They could probably not take the straight up idea, but I can see a similar concept to what we saw in Heroes happen like in the main story, the main continuity.
We need
With hearts
we
and
need
all
to
that.
see it. We need to see
So
it. JK Network says, "What's the most important thing that Rise of Skywalker has to get right in order to be good?" Oh man, that's tough.
bring back Luke.
No, come on. That's a good answer, bro. I don't know what the answer is to this question because I feel like there's the most important thing.
I mean, first of all, there's a lot they got to
There's
do,
a
but
lot. Yeah. Go ahead.
the most important, I don't even know because
I don't know.
Because I've already got it in my head that this movie can't fix much, but
Right.
it's gonna look beautiful though. The cinematography is gonna be off the chain. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Are you the Star Wars guy, bro? Let you talk.
No, I mean I'm thinking about it as we're talking, and I don't know, like the most important thing they have to get right, like that's a complicated question. I feel because there's so many things, and they've kind of already shit the bed with the last movie. So I guess just make it so that it's a satisfying ending, but everybody's idea of what a satisfying ending is different.
It's
So
different, yeah.
just tell a good story and wrap everything up. And some of the movie seems like a good story based on leaks, but some of it doesn't. You know, I don't know. I haven't think about that. Zaza asked if I'm still watching JoJo's. Yes. AM Star Child says, "Is it possible for Goten and Trunks to ever reach where Goku and Vegeta are at as far as their base forms of Dragon Ball Super?" Well, of course it is. They just gotta go in there and work for it, you know. And nobody seems to want to work but those two.
Yeah.
So, Mega Wave Anime says, "What'd you do in the situation?" He got a bunch of copyright strikes from Shueisha, and basically I consulted a lawyer, talked to YouTube, and I fought back. Now, you might not be able to do that, so what I would do if I were you is definitely, if you're over 100,000 subs, you need to talk to your partner manager. If you're under that, try to appeal those copyright requests and hope for the best. It's hard, bro. If you want to get a lawyer, get one, but it's hard without a lawyer. So Dave, the artist, says, "Many people say that Moro's the best villain in Super. I don't really agree. I think he's cool with his magic powers, but he's bland, one-dimensional character so far. They might reveal something interesting about him. I was wondering what your thoughts about him are." I like him, but I agree that he's not that interesting beyond his powers. His powers are cool, but he's not that interesting, at least not yet. What do you think?
I think Goku Black is still probably the best villain in Super, but
Right.
there's not many villains in Super. Most of the characters are antagonists. They're not really villains.
Yeah,
So
they're like anti-heroes, you know, like Hit and
yeah.
Jiren. Well, Jiren's a
So
real hero.
it's like what, Moro, Frieza, and Goku Black.
That's about
So
it. Yeah.
yeah, Goku Black. Yeah. So
Unless you count like Frost, but that wasn't really a final villain.
or you count that one dude, the buff dude from the Patafu arc, but are we really gonna count that?
I, I'd rather not, bro. I'd rather not. Jay Chuleta, will you cover other animes on the channel again? Probably. In fact, I got plans for some stuff for next year. India Actual says, "Do you think Toyotaro is going to be inventive with Vegeta's power up from training on Yardrat? Is he going to resort to his old ways like during Tournament of Power and let us down with the mundane?" He's basically asking if Toyotaro's going to stick the landing in this arc, and I really don't trust him to, but I hope he does. I don't know why that's funny. I just don't trust that guy fully. What do you think?
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like at this point, whatever Vegeta learns, it's not going to even amount to anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll be Goku's
maybe
win
it
again.
could beat like one of the goons, but I don't think he's going to do much against Moro with it. So
If a Saiyan goes Super Saiyan, what happens to their pubic hair? I've been wondering this since I was 12. I guess it doesn't stick up because then you would probably notice it. So maybe they don't have that much maybe they don't have any pubic hair, bro. We don't know that.
they could shave, yeah.
This guy writes, "When Super's coming back, will it follow the manga or skip it as usual?" I don't know, bro. Let me get my crystal ball. Let me get my magic 8 ball right here. Will it follow the manga? Said fuck
Why don't
you. So
why don't you text Toriyama, bro?
I should, bro. I should hit him up, bro. I should hit him up again like I used to do. He's mad at me though because I leaked Super, just like Toei is. Swift Nova says, "What would you like to have seen in the past in Z or original Dragon Ball that would change the series majorly?" Oh man, that's a good question.
I have one right off the bat.
Tell me, bro.
Vegeta staying dead on Namek after Frieza killed him.
Why would you write that? Just curious. Like, what's your idea behind that?
I really dug Vegeta's character in the Saiyan arc. I feel like he adapted and became what he became in the Namek arc, and him going down the way he did to Frieza, and then finally accepting that Goku was the Super Saiyan. I feel like that's a good way to write him off. keep him off.
but then you have the next arc can never happen because you have to have him fuck Bulma to get Trunks out there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That shit changes drastically.
There's a what if for you, bro. How many parts is your what if going to be, bro? 35 or 80 when you get to that what if, bro?
I might hit 100, bro. We'll go for the home run.
You'll go for the 100. By that point, bro, it'll be Raditz fucking as the main character all over again, bro.
I'm gonna go all the way into AF, bro.
Yeah, go all the way to the 100-year time skip beyond GT and fucking when Goku and Vegeta is supernova in space. Go into that timeline, bro.
Let me know when Goku meets Raven, bro. That way I can check that
Raven
one out.
Simone from That's So Raven. He's gonna meet her with her big old titties, bro.
Oh, man.
Did you have a crush on Raven Simone when you were younger?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right.
I didn't really think too much of her, bro. I had more of a crush like on Topanga. You know?
Chimichanga was great, bro.
Yeah. But you know me, dude. If she's a chick, bro. No, you know what? Never mind. I can't even say that every girl. I'll just leave it at that.
I'm gonna be skipping around now for these last couple questions, bro. Because Cypher wants to know my favorite chapter in Dragon Ball, or what's the best chapter. I don't know, bro. Like, there's so many of them, but I mean, I would say probably something around the Piccolo arc, the Goku versus Piccolo fight. What's your favorite chapter? Do you have one?
It would probably be. You know what, dude? It would probably be the end of the 22nd tournament. I feel like Goku and Tien, the final battle was good. I like the cliffhanger with Krillin, at the end. I think that was good. So I can't remember the number for it, but
I can't remember the number either, actually.
That's early Dragon Ball, so
early, yeah. But it's good stuff. All right, so I'm gonna answer one more. We're already at the half-hour mark here, and I want to come bring this thing to a close. Let me just pick a random one here. Random. Bardock asked me, but I can't even find it anymore. I can't even find that one, bro. And this guy asked, have you ever thought about being a professional that teaches Dragon Ball to casual fans? What the hell do you think I am right now, bro? That's literally what I do for a living. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color, bro?
Black.
Why am I not surprised?
That's how I like my women too.
I know, I've heard, bro. You like your women like you like your coffee, black and bitter. Is that true?
Yeah, bro.
I like mine like I like my hard drive partitions, fat and 32.
What's that line, bro, on Friday where he goes, the older the berry, the sweeter the juice, and then Cube's like, nah, man, it's darker the berry, sweeter the juice, or something like that.
Yeah, he screwed it up. This guy says, how do I get a girlfriend?
Go outside, man.
That's the first step. Yeah, it is the first step. All right, this will be the last question then. What do you think about the role of Frieza in the future of Dragon Ball? I want him to be a recurring villain that becomes the Joker and comes back with a new threat and then loses and then comes back later. That's honestly what I want. What do you want with Frieza?
Geekdom 101 and Kwame and I did a video on my channel talking about the chaos factor and how Frieza could become that in the future.
That's right. So check out that video that I have no memory of doing, even though I do remember now. I completely forgot that video, bro. But yeah.
5 years on YouTube, bro. So all these collabs.
You know how many videos I've done? Like I've done over 2,000 just on my channel. Imagine the
on
collabs.
Your channel, not even counting the collabs, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, anyways, thank you for being here, bro. We answered a lot of questions. There's too many here for me to answer, as always. We can't get to all of them, but I thank everybody who sent them in, and I appreciate it. And yeah, anything you want to plug or anything, dog? You've been doing weird rap reviews on your new channel or whatever, and you did a Best Drake album and didn't invite me. Anybody says anything other than So Far Gone, they're wrong. But plug whatever you want, bro.
You guys can go check out my main channel, MJTV. I talk about Dragon Ball and anime. Link Murdoch is the second channel where I talk about movies and music. And I know you're laughing. I hear that. Yeah. Also, go check out Link Murdoch on Spotify. You can go check out my EPs and my albums.
Yeah, you've got music out, bro. So, are we going to answer the question about the Geekdom 101 closing song that people keep asking me about? What is the name of the song at the end of the videos? You made that song.
I don't have a name for it. I just called it the Geekdom 101 beat.
That's it, bro. But it's available on Spotify.
Go check it out, Kyer City.
Yes, yes. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.